I can tell you, I mean, this was the highlight of my soccer career to be a champion in 1954.
This storied cup, now the oldest trophy in youth sport.
It has a history, it has a meaning, I think it has tradition. So I think it's extremely important for our competitions, for all the age groups that kind of emulate the Maguire Cup.
Winning the Maguire Cup is huge, just because all that history that comes along with the oldest trophy in youth sports period. That's really big for us.
Who will write their name in the next chapter of the storied Maguire Cup?
This tournament, it's great competition. I mean, you just have to work. All these teams belong here. All these teams work to get here.
So the competition was fantastic from start to finish, and when you get to play in a facility like this, it makes it even more worthwhile traveling the 6.5 hours to get here.
We sacrificed a lot, time, and like our summer. So I really think that if we keep with that, we'll be on pace for a great time at Nationals.
Just an overall great performance. Came out in the second half, was able to close it out and get that regional victory that we wanted.
Benefits of this level are huge. The college exposures, second to none for these guys. They're all able to get recruited and achieve the goals that they want to when they set out to actually sign up to play club sports and make a team. They're able to get those opportunities.
I think having something to play for is a real benefit to these girls, not just showcases, it's competition. Everyone wants to win. You play competitive sports because you want to win.
Well, this is the top league in the country, all the best teams, the best competition, and that's what you want for your kids, you know? You want them to work hard and achieve success against the best, so it should be exciting.
Boy, they were tough. They were a tough team, and they had a lot of speed. And so we weren't ready for that, and they kept fighting and kept fighting and kept fighting. We made a few mistakes in the back, and then they came back and tied it up, you know, with 7-8 minutes left in the game. But it was a battle. They are a very strong, competitive team. It's a sweet victory because they really deserve it. The girls were tired, they were weak, and they dug really deep. They really did. They really fought for it.
Everyone wants it so bad that we all get better from each other. No matter the win or the loss, we all want it. It's the best feeling. I've dreamed about this for a long time. It's so exciting to be here.
Very tough game. We had to go into extra time to decide the champion, and our boys stuck it to the end, and were able to come out with a victory today.
It's just an amazing feeling knowing you scored the winning goal for the team. we work so hard for this, and we all deserve this.
Regionals is where you find the best state champions come and they give you a run for your money.
I think soccer in a whole creates a family. The bake sales, the car washes, the raising of money, it brings all of us together, and we are one, and on to nationals.
U.S. Youth Soccer has impacted my life by taking over, and I mean, it's been a very good experience. A lot of life skills and lessons and how to take on certain things, and it's really made a big impact on my life.
Hey, everybody here was amazing.
Played against some amazing girls, and I just think it was awesome.
It's really great to see my team pull together to really work hard.
Being a regional champion is amazing. It's a once in a lifetime type of opportunity for these guys, for myself.
I'm really excited for these girls with this confidence to go to nationals and just test ourselves against great competition. We're going to nationals!
My name is Tony McManus. We are the 01 Lady Lobos Rush out of Memphis, Tennessee. You know, we were here in the finals last year. Unfortunately, did not finish it out, but that gave us a little bit of motivation going into this year.
It's been crazy, and it's just been really hard because everybody here is so good, and everybody is good because they win their state cup, and so there are other ways to get in, and so it's been really difficult. But we pushed through it, and we were able to come out on top.
For us, it's a little difficult because we work with a lot of underprivileged kids, kids that can't afford to really
The Solar keeper there is in green or orange, and the green we see on the other side for the Ukrainian Nationals team out of Philadelphia. So we will refer to these two teams as Solar and Ukrainian team. And there we go. We are ready for the first touch. This will go full 45-minute halves. Both teams coming off losses yesterday. 2-0 for Solar against Sparta out of Utah, and then the 1-0 loss by Ukrainians. They were playing a fellow Pennsylvania team, a team that was very nearby, and Ukrainians get the ball as a little miscue here to start it off. I'll go through the starters. We'll see if there's a little threat here to score before we do that. The ball sent down toward the corner. Headed around, trying to get it forward, but the defense now comes up with it. Nice speed and a little breakaway here. Had a 3-on-2 momentarily. Now working it down, taking right through the middle. The traffic hits a wall there as it comes into number 13, Josh Jones, the defender for Ukrainians. The Ukrainian team out of Philadelphia. Solar out of Dallas. So talk about the starters here. First for Solar, the keeper is Daniel Wilmore, wearing number 1, as we mentioned, in the orange. Easy to spot out there. Number 2, Robert Pino. Number 3, Julian Fernandez. Number 4, Kaleem Shabut. On the way to University of North Carolina, Asheville in the Big South Conference. Number 7, Christian Nazer. Christian Nazer committed to Dallas Baptist University. Ball right here in front of us, and right on the line. The ball sits there like a golf tee, and now sent back, and the defense will set it up. They'll get in shape. Ball sent back toward the keeper. Going back on through the starters here, Ian Miller, number 10. Samuel Code, 13. Number 14, Alexander Bustamante. William Holtby, 17. Shea Adamson, number 18. And rounding it out, John Sisson, wearing number 23. That's the Solar team. They're in the blue. Big, tall player goes by. That's Shabut. And send it down to the corner. Defense now grabs it, keeps it in. Good play there by the defender in the back. That was Josh Jones again. And taken down in our first whistle. Our officials in the middle, Liam Leonard, AR1 Josh Bronstein, AR2 Oscar Benavides, and the fourth official, Carlos Pialago. There's your set that up. As we said, John Peters here on the microphone, and Daniel Reed in the booth. He's our producer. Head coach of Solar, Chris Stricker, and his assistant, Nadim Shabut. Here we go with the starters for the Ukrainian team. Henry Cook in the keeper spot, as we mentioned, wearing the green shirt to stand out. Matthew Harmon wearing number 3. Caleb Herring, 4. Number 5, J.D. Malander. Number 6, Jimmy Leader. You've got number 11, Jordy Naim. Number 13, Josh Jones. Here comes the ball put in play. A long boot there. Wind picking in a little bit. We'll check that out in a minute. Right now the ball fought for down there, and it looks like the defense comes away with it. Working around the sideline, right on the tightrope there, walking down the side, and the officials right there to figure out which way it will go. It will go to the white shirts of Ukraine team. Shabut gets a foot on it. Shabut, a very tall, slender player. The rest of the starters here for the Philadelphia Ukrainian team. Jordy Naim, Josh Jones, Richard Vion is number 14. Jude Shore Parks, number 18. Andrew Markopoulos, 22. Andrew Strickland, number 27. As we mentioned, the head coach Dan Harmon, assisted by Dave Castellanos and Armante Marshall. Appreciate the help here in the sidelines from the representatives that stand by and give us information. We appreciate those watching out there. I know probably some folks back in Philadelphia as well as in Dallas checking out the festivities here as we go through, and already we've got some contact, and the official's going to have a word. And Liam Leonard with a quick word to the coach to settle down, as well as the players, and he'll take control immediately. Little visit to the academic dean's office right now, getting a chat there, and they'll go back out. I guess these guys, some still in high school, so maybe the principal's office. Sent back to the middle back. That ball, long ball sent out. Wind blowing really from the near side to the far side. Sun a factor if the ball coming from the far side to the near side. If you have a corner on that far side as you're watching, the sun could be coming to play. A high ball coming in from the side of the net. Fans on that side, they're enjoying the sun at their backs in this contest. Get a great view, not so much for the players, coaches, and folks here on the near side. Here we go, a little space there. Ball sent down toward the corner. Flashing down through there is Leader. That ball flicked out and trying to look down through. We got the 10 a little low there, but we'll see. Hustling down there will be Herring, and he will put it in play. Let's see if he has the long toss coming up. Backing off the line a little bit, and he'll line it up. Here he comes. Yes, a pretty long toss. Good toss in there, headed down by the defense. Working on the far side now, bringing it forward. Little contact there, but number 10, that's Ian Miller. He took control, and see the flowing hair of Ian Miller. Easy to spot him. Here's the captain's badge. Ball sent in, onside. Here's an opportunity, a shot over the bar. Nice try there. That was Code, who broke in nicely. And the referee says there was a tip on it, so it'll be a corner. Let's see where the ball went. It's still behind the net, waiting on it as the Ukrainian team, they will line up, get in shape as far as defense on this corner. You've got two players down at the corner. That's Nazer and Code, giving several options. You could go long or short. Here's a longer ball near side. Kind of caught in midair, and a collision puts one of the Ukrainian players on the ground. Ball sent toward the corner. Again, working this one in. Code sends it in. High ball. Defense gets a hold of it. Headed back in by Adamson. Now here we go. A little break here for the Ukrainian team. You got a worker help on the right. Turning now. Double team. Still with it. That's a good job there. That was number 18, Shore Parks. Now a shot blocked by the defense. Shore Parks goes back after it, goes down. Right on the edge of the box. Working there, Naeem. Let's see, trying to select an option. Sent in. Let's see if it's going to be on the far side. It's going to be touch. Could have won another corner. But good job there on the side, trying to get that number for you. So good job by the keeper. The keeper for Solar out there is Wilmore. So here comes the corner. It'll be put in play. Looks like left foot. Well, it's hard to see from this angle. We'll see what he decides to go with as he gets closer. Goes with the right foot. Low ball right along the turf. And a high ball that goes up and over. They'll retrieve that one. And we'll see here in a moment who put that ball in play. There we go. That was actually Matthew Harmon. Matt Harmon with the start of that corner. Chabot now works it forward. Ball gets loose, and Wilmore, he'll put a foot on it. Doesn't go too far out, but far enough to get to a defender on that far side. A lot of hustle here, fighting for it. As you hear, there are whistles all around us. All the fields here at the Shields Soccer Complex going strong. We're in Overland Park, Kansas. 104 teams, 104 referees coming out. National Championship Series. It's an honor to be here, and we're glad we're here with you as well. We welcome you wherever you are. You have the best seat in the house. Maybe not quite as good as the players on the field, but you're getting a great view. And a little shove there in the back. It will come to the Ukrainian team. So that ball will be placed down. Looks like that's going to be Markopoulos. Markopoulos and his teammates scatter down toward the box. Looks like a line of white and blue shirts right at the top. Markopoulos with the left hand up. Here we go. Ball sent in. Wilmore comes out, grabs it out. Daniel Wilmore going to Fort Lewis College. That ball caught there by the side defender, now sent back. Working well in the back there. The Ukrainian center back looks to be Markopoulos. Joining him out there, Josh Jones. Ball on the far side. You've got the defense shaping up well, getting a little pressure now from Solar. Trying to put some high pressure, get some action. That ball goes up in the air, kind of disappeared. Nobody could see it for a moment. And the whistle. Quick ball. Come to the near side. Sent in there, gets by. And every play there'll be some sort of response from these benches as they are truly in tune with what's happening. The intensity level really high as both these teams need a win to work through this early stages, the preliminary stages, 3 days of competition that will lead to the semifinals on Saturday. Championships here in Overland Park taking place on Sunday for this group. So, I don't know if there was a handball over there. We just saw the whistle go, and the ball will be laid right there. You can see it yourself. A lot of space on the near side. Let's see if they go with it. And ball sent to the middle, but right to the defense. Harmon got it for a moment, but lost it right back. Working here right in front of us is Sisson. Sisson gets one back, but it's a little too much. A little bit too much, and it'll be a toss in. Christian Nazer. And a commitment to Dallas Baptist University. A lot of space there, working it forward. Now ball sent up, headed down by one of the midfielders. Looked like that was Holtby who got in the way of that pass. Now coming the other way, here's Nazer. Sends it through. Here we go again. Off to the races we go. Josh. Actually, that was Code, and the ball goes off of the keeper, Cook, into the air, and then he brings it down. So you've had a little run there by Code twice. Getting in here, going to run and chase that one. That's a high-bounding ball. Shabuk gets ahead on it. And now sent the other way. As we said, wind not much of a factor, but a little bit. Here we go, off to the races once again. And this shot will work. Let's give you the assist. We got the goal. Solar scores. It's Samuel Code coming up with the goal. Trying to get that assist for you as well. I believe it was Pino. It is. Pino has that armband for the captain. And give him the assist as we check back here to see the factor. But a little bit. Here we go. Time on that off to the races once again.
12th minute. Right around.
And this shot will work. So let's give you the assist. Solar comes out on fire, as the name would suggest. So Ukrainian team, see how they bounce back. There's a golf course right on behind us here on field 3, and one of the stats that you measure in golf is how do you do after a bogey. And so right now, how will the team do after giving up a goal? That's the bounce back stat. So they will try to bounce back right here, finding themselves down 1-0. That ball trickled out. Adamson getting a foot on it. It'll be tossed in here. Looks like that's going to be Herring. He'll bring it in. Ball down toward the, that will trail all the way across. We've got a little bit of an injury. Talking to Coach over here. Code, who scored the goal, took a pretty good whack at some point, maybe in the celebration. I don't think so, but always a possibility. One of the assistants now helping and get some water. They slip that one through. Nazer now again to Jones. Working, and he'll take it down the left side. And a lot of hand battle there. That was going off with Markopoulos. Markopoulos wearing the captain's band for Ukrainian squad. He kicks it out. It'll be a toss in there for Solar, and the players go tete-a-tete there, face-to-face. Well, referee trying to maintain some order. Don't want to get anything started here in the 18U, 19U boys groups. There is a lot of activity, a lot of energy, that's for sure, and there's a lot of contact to be honest about it. It's just a game of contact, and so sometimes frustrations and emotions kick in. You see Jones down there bent over, and I'm not sure if it's what's bothering him there, but something having an impact. Strickland steps in there to help out. He's midfielder for Ukrainian team. Philadelphia and Dallas. Sounds like maybe an Eagles-Cowboys setup here, but Solar and Ukrainian team played last night against a team about 5 minutes away. Came up short against FPA 1-0. Opportunity here, but Shabut will send it off. Little spin on it, almost keeps it in play, but it will trickle across. And looks like Jones is going to stay down here with something going on with the midsection here. Looks like the sub getting ready to come in quickly, so we'll stay right here with you. And the sub coming in looks like for Solar, that will be Taryn Tate. Forward who, if you read the little brochure, Taryn Tate has an opportunity to do some playing over in Europe. Another player with the team, I think it is Edward Shehu, probably watching in, playing on the Albanian national team. I believe that's the case as we talked with the information folks earlier for Solar team. Ball will be dropped. Nazer will put it in play quickly. He'll back off, put a long ball. Will it find a white shirt? It does. Finds Ukrainian player, and they'll bring it the other way. Richard Vion, he draws a foul. Ball on the far side. We're in the latter part of the day here. 6:30 contest here in Kansas as the sun will fall right into the eyes of the players and coaches looking onto the pitch. But that also means the temperature will be coming down some as well. Very pleasant right now, probably high 70s, low 80s. Nazer turns. Controlling it right there. Nice handles with it. And now looking to his teammate in there was Miller. That ball gets away. Miller saying that his shirt was yanked. As we get a little closer, we see his red locks. His hair is going to be easy to spot out there, wearing number 10, Ian Miller. That ball gets free, and Miller will turn. Working down the corner, working around is Pino. Pino had the assist earlier. Nice slide in there by Miller. Very active. And he earns the corner. Nice strategy there, right by the corner. Flicks it off the opponent and draws the corner. That'll come in. Let's see, the wind really no effect here right now. And the sun on the opposite side, so that will have no impact either. Here comes the ball. Back post, curling in. And a shot, and a nice save there. That was a great job there as got in the right spot. Henry Cook comes up with it. Cook with a verbal commitment to Franklin and Marshall College. Maybe some folks watching in there. Some of these schools might have a little watch party going on and enjoying the action. 18U boys working, trying to get in the semifinals and then ultimately trying to get in the finals and win a national championship. 14 trophies given out this coming Sunday. There's a whistle. And usually if the whistle goes twice, somebody didn't respond. So middle referee Liam Leonard, little word there with a couple of players. And everybody lining up again, top of the box. Ball will cover some territory as a cloud comes in over the sun. Here we go. Fairly low ball. It's going to bound in, and Wilmore, easy play there. He'll snag it, secure it, and now he'll put a foot into it. And nice header there. That was Herring. And both folks go down. A couple players down, equal contact. Ref says play on, and there's some contact. And the whistle there, we'll see if, again, a chat there. That's number 27 whistled again. Strickland, one of the midfielders, and referee making sure he gets the word. Here it comes. Ball sent high on the far side. Getting a foot up there was Jones. And I think about it. And you know what I was saying, Jones? It was Code who had the injured stomach. I kept saying Jones. Jones is number 13 for Ukrainian team. Samuel Code, the goal scorer, was the one struggling with the pain toward the midsection. So Code stepped out. Taryn Tate stepped in. And we will check to see if he's back in. Could just be a little stomach issue. Maybe got some food that didn't agree. Here's a low ball, about 5 feet off the ground. Here's a quick turn, trying to turn, but the midfield comes up with it. Sitting at the near side, little space. Chasing around, there's a little flip shot. It chipped in there. Here's a cross into the box. Let's see another corner coming up. Good action down there. Good passes, combinations that lead to the corner for the Ukrainian squad. And go ahead and apologize now for any names that we get mixed up with each team, as a lot of the numbers on both teams shared back and forth, but the action is fast and furious, and we'll do our best. Appreciate the camera work of our folks too, bringing you, like we said, the best seat in the house. Ball goes back. Miller now tries to get to it, but it's chased down. Naeem gets it over to teammate Malander, and it'll be a toss in right there in front of the fans. Quite a few fans coming out all the way to Kansas from Philadelphia as well as Dallas. Not quite as far right, I suppose, from the Dallas area. Ball worked around. Let's see if they earn another corner. And you can check your, probably on the stats there, that's about 4 or 5 corners already for the Ukrainian squad. Jogging over, it will be Harmon who will put it in play. Got some of the defenders marching up. Big, tall defender in there is Josh Jones, number 13. Mentioned him in error earlier. That's a ball. It's going to go back post. It does get to Jones, but gets a head on it. It will trail out there. And a good try. Maybe a foot too tall for the big back. And I tell you, he's probably looking 6'2", maybe 6'3", tall defender. Right at 6'5", 6'5". Got the official word on it. So check it out. Good to go here as Wilmore will set it down. Shabut now brings it up the side. That ball deflected now dangerously. Nazer now, no look kick. That's an interesting move. Send it back toward the middle. Shabut now settles it. Gets a foot on it to a teammate. Right back, little give and go. And he goes down, and he went down hard. You could hear that one. And they're going to play it quickly, and you see Solar now. This will be an interesting call as the team walked by. They got in the way of Shabut putting it in play, and that's a yellow. That was leader. Had to be at the wrong place at the wrong time. So these official now writing down, putting it in the book. Yellow card, that one coming in. Let's see if our time is up. About the 23rd minute. Put in play. Here we go. That's a long ball sent by Fernandez. Headed by the aforementioned Jones. Got up high there. Here comes another rush out of there. Sent out by Markopoulos. Nice clearance, but now fighting back. Solar will try to send it back in. Midfielders about going back and forth. A lot of action there. Very little possession. And finally coming out with it. Solar there. Now Miller. Miller flips it back. There's Jones right in the mix. The big player. That could be a problem as he goes down. Studs in there pretty high. He'll step out. Referee ready to have a little chat. And the yellow card. If that was 23rd, I'm guessing we're about the 24th or 25th minute. 25th, early of, and another yellow card. We're not keeping track of all those because we've had several already. But once again, trying to keep control and dispensing justice is not an easy thing when you got two teams fighting for this national championship. Ball coming down. We're going to see how far this one will go. It looks like Jones still will put it in play. As we said, 6'5", a lot of leverage. He lines it up, gets the whistle. Here we go. Low and hard. Flicked back, but that one will find its way into the tall grass. It will be a goal kick now for Wilmore. Both keepers, good renown here as Wilmore committed to Fort Lewis College. Trying to clear it away. Ukrainian team working, trying to get it back in, get some sort of attack. They've worked and got several corners, just haven't really had a real threat inside. So now that's the next step. Miller getting a lot of pulling and tugging. Miller with the ball, so the referee lets things go on. Miller out to the left, works it in. Slide, nice tackle there. It will go out, though, in a hard-earned corner from Miller. And see Markopoulos sliding in. We have a sub getting ready to come in. And they'll wait for the sub to come out. That looks like number 16, Tate, will be coming out. Besdick will go in. Bryson Besdick wearing number 11. Once again, Solar in the blue with the white numbers. Very easy to see. Black shorts, black socks. On the other side, predominantly a white uniform for the Ukrainian team out of Philadelphia. Black numbers. Here's a ball, back post, and going up and grabbing it. Cook takes it down. So we mentioned both keepers with some renown already committed. You have a verbal commitment also from Cook to Franklin and Marshall College. Working it in. Taking this one in is Shore Parks. Little flick away, but it comes right back to a teammate. That's Mallender. Mallender now sends it off to the far side. Working in, trying to get it in is Vion. It'll be a toss in. He'll give it over to Naeem. Naeem will pick a target. Short target. It's right back to him, but broken up on that far side. And another rush here. Here come the Solar Speedsters. That one gets loose, and Miller has broken away. Let's see if they can catch up. Shot, and what a save. Boy, dead on, and Cook hangs on to it. Miller with speed went zooming right on past. And we'll see if there's a problem with the netting. I think the contact, you've seen in ice hockey games where the goal comes off the little standards. In this case, I think there was a collision with the post on that near side. The ref making sure that everything was still in the right spot. Referee still working his way up the pitch. He'll stop and now retreat as we have a foul coming the other way. Chabot puts a quick move on it. And before that, we'll have a sub come in. All right, and looks like the substitute will wait after this kick that will be taken from the back. Nice long boot. It's in here near side. Nazer with it. Christian Nazer working down the side. He's met by Herring. And that one flicked out. It'll be a toss in. Now we'll see if we get the sub in. We do. Two subs getting ready. I don't know if both will come in right now or just one. The first sub that was up. Tall player here coming in, number 20. That's Eric Jorgensen. Waiting for Christian Nazer to come off. Also coming out will be number 23, Sisson. Coming in for him will be Justin Barnett. Barnett wearing number 9. Jorgensen with number 20. In the meantime, we have a throw in, and Barnett will go right to work. Tosses it into the other substitute, Jorgensen. And working it back and forth, another sub that's come in. Besdick now works it over to Barnett. quick convergence by the defense, and now taking it away eventually, and here's a foul. So referee having a chat. Believe that's going to be for the Ukrainian team, Harmon. Little chat. We got 2 more subs getting ready to come in. This for the Ukrainian side. Ukrainian national out of Philadelphia. Here we go. In the white shirts. Number 10 coming in will be Jake Helig. Helig comes in for Harmon. Also coming in will be Gonzalez, Sebastian Gonzalez. He comes in for Jimmy Leader. As we pass the halfway mark, I'm sure, in this first half. We'll check our clock here in the 31st minute. So about 15 minutes left to go in the first half. Any additional time? So a time that a lot of substitutes are coming in, give the starters a little break. That ball cleared. It will go over on the field 2, or at least close. Ball retrieved, now brought back in. Tossing it in. You've got Wilmore in the meantime setting up his defense, knowing that the throw could be a dangerous throw in there deep. It's going to be a short toss, however. And it goes out. Is it another corner? It is not. Trying to get the corner. You saw Markopoulos pointing toward the corner, thinking they may have won that, but it will be Wilmore instead who puts it in play. Gets it over to Shabut. Ball back. This is a nice opportunity. That's some space there, and send it back instead of going right into that crease. They bring it back out, to the dismay of the coaches. They wanted him to penetrate that crease and go right on in. That one flicked out. It'll be a toss in here. So tossing in, looks like it'll be Herring doing the honors. As he'll back off, here's his toss in, fighting for it, and who does it touch? That's going to be a corner. Probably had to check over to the AR1 to see if he had a better view of it, and sure enough, got a corner coming up. Probably 5th or 6th corner here for the Ukrainian national. So everybody lining up, Wilmore getting his defense line up. It looks like the Ukrainian players are backing off now. They'll come rushing in. Low ball, and it's picked off there nicely. Coming the other way, a quick turnaround. Miller, if he can get a touch on it, nice stop there by the defense. Have to wait to get back on side. Now kicking over to Miller. Works inside, gets a nifty move to the right, gets a shot off, but Cook is there to scoop it up. Miller with speed, and the defense flying by somehow. Got a channel there to get that shot off. Little gap between the defense. Ball down the near side, little bend that puts it right in there. Nice pass over here on this side by Helig. Gets it over to teammate Strickland. I think he draws the foul. And a yellow card brought out again. So yellow cards abound here as official Leonard really trying to take control, keep things under control. So we have another substitute getting ready to come in. And right here we have Jones as well as, this is Jorgensen getting into it a little bit. The official now chatting with both of them. And if this continues, there'll be a few players not playing. Referee has his hands full, so he has a chat. As we said, remember you had the early on couple players with yellow cards, and now referee eyeing what's going on right in front of the goal. Wilmore goes up, taps it away. That'll be another corner. Corners are us if you're the Ukrainian team right now. Trying to see, jogging over and taking that corner will be number 10. That is Jake Hellig. Hellig will put it in play. We'll get down where we can see it. Puts the right foot into it, going high and top of the box. Shot coming back in, but high and over the crossbar as the next sub getting ready to come in for Solar will be Yasub Flores. Yasub wearing number 8, and he will come in as we draw closer toward halftime. Probably about 10 minutes or so left. There will be some extra time, a minute or two maybe. Coming out for Solar will be number 14, Bustamante. Also a commitment to Dallas Baptist University. Sure, that's pretty close to where the home of Solar there in Dallas. Also the home of the national championships for a few years there in Frisco. The Toyota Center and the home of FC Dallas. Ball taken away. Jorgensen now quickly the other way. Sends it in for Miller. And the flag is up and the crowd will go down. So a little trap set by the defense, and flag goes up from the far side official, AR2 over there, Mr. Oscar Benavides. Ball hasn't been touched yet. As checking it out and looking for options is Markopoulos. Now he'll put it in play. Ball goes to Jorgensen. Barnett gets that touch, sends it over to Pino. And a whistle. Ball will be sent on up. Shabut will be the player that puts it in motion. Shabut also probably 6'3", 6'4", tall player in the back. Both teams featuring a tall defender. Jorgensen with the ball. Let's see who touched that one. Looks like went off the Ukrainian team player, and that's number 10, Hellig. You got 3 subs getting ready to come in for the Philadelphia squad. Ball headed here. A little high boot there, but no contact. Working it down. This is Barnett. He's got an option there with Miller, but weren't really on the same page. Now Jones will shield it away and earn the goal kick. So it looks like here right in front of us will be Andrew Harrell wearing number 41. Number 2, Shane Connolly, and number 32, Braden Mallon. So we'll see who's coming off for these 3 gentlemen. As one of those coming out will be Strickland. Andrew Strickland will come off the pitch. And also coming out, number 18, Shore Parks, as well as Vion, Richard Vion. Also coming in for Solar will be number 12, that's Jack Sisson. I'm sure probably the brother of John. Didn't get that confirmed, but we'll check at halftime. One of those little tidbits that you might want to know. And if you're Solar folks, you already know that. Ball on the far side. Settled. Now sent back. Jones. He'll send it on back toward Cook. Cook in the green. Picking a spot. And Jorgensen gets ahead on it. He'll send it out over to the Ukrainian bench. Quick toss in. Running down there to toss it in, Herring. Ball headed back. Nice job trying to work it toward the box. Come flying in there and trying to get to it was Connolly. Fresh legs just off the bench, so showing some speed right there. A little burst trying to get to it. Wilmore now will set it in play. Check our time here around the 39th minute. Wilmore, now he'll put it in play. Got the pretty much orange all the way through. Maybe the shoes are white, but a little orange on the socks, the shorts. I guess the gloves are not orange, but a lot of orange there. Reminiscent of the Netherlands teams when they play. A lot of orange shows up. Here we go. Back at it. This case, a lot of white and blue in the middle. That one just shaded away. Work on the side. Ball sent in with a lot of pace, however, and part of it is this artificial turf is very true to the bounce, so that ball, if it's got some pace, it's really going to run. Ball coming through, headed off 2 players, ends up eventually, well, we'll see, not really in control yet. There's a foul drawn in the backfield. Let's see if be Markopoulos who went down. He'll put it in play. Now this is an opportunity. Got a big foot. You can put it right there top of the box. Here we go. He'll line it up, looking for some options. Has the hand up. And the foot in. Jones gets up. They say play on. And now here we go. They're dropping that one down. Both coaches having a little chat here with all the officials, trying to get a little bit of advantage. That's the job of the coach. So here we go. So here we go as we're waiting on the whistle. There we go. Ball put in play, far side. High in the air. That's a high one. Jones goes up, gets a head on it. That one settled down briefly. Let's see if it's controlled. Possession is at a premium if you're in the midfield. Jones now heads it. A lot of contact there, and Solar foul there on number 9. That was Barnett. So here we go, another ball that will be sent toward the top of the box. And interesting, unfortunately, the 4th official, whose job mainly just to get the subs in and ends up with a coach in their ear many of these matches. Here's a long ball in. Let's see if Wilmore goes up. He high points it, comes down with it in traffic. And here's another situation where one of the Ukrainian players trying to retreat but gets in the way of Wilmore, so he'll get a little chat. In this case, it was Mallon. Well, and, you know, the players are pretty smart, and there's a short ball. That one didn't really get off the foot of waiting on referee with the whistle. That will be redone. Giving the explanation out in the midfield. Okay. Have to put a bigger foot into it as explanation from the referee, and that's what he'll do. Put it out just over midfield. High jump, little push there. Quick ball, and it's going to come in on the near side. There's Miller again, showing his speed. Takes it there, sends it in the box, open momentarily, going down. That one cleared away, sliding through. Coming in there big time was number 8 for Solar. That was Flores. Flores comes sliding across. Nice play there to send it out, and it will be Jorgensen retrieving. Ball in the box. We'll check the clock here to see where we are. 43rd minute. Checking to see how much extra time will be added. Jorgensen tosses it toward the corner. There's another contact and another whistle. This will be a good opportunity. This is almost like a corner. It will be probably 6-8 yards away from the flag, but opportunity here to put one in the box. And I'll try to pick out the number of the player that will put it into motion. Looks like it's either 8 or 9. Maybe they'll both be right there. 8 is Flores, 9 Barnett. Referee counting off the 10 yards for the wall. There we go. So early on, the goal scored by Solar out of Dallas, and that's been our score. That was in around the 13th minute. And we have a lot of contact here. And the referee in the middle has his hands full, as we said. A lot of contact. As referee Leonard takes care of it. Looks like they're going to sort things out. And the problem is you don't want to get to a point where players are being removed And a matter of just listening to what the official is telling, looks like they're going to reset. They'll redo that ball. We heard that here on the side from the fourth official explaining that to one of the coaches. So here we go, and what's happening, you see Coach Referee Leonard, he's going to go over and talk to his assistant referee to find out if he saw something that needs to be addressed. And that is Benavides over there, official. And right now, they're already getting into contact. Referee talking to folks. In the meantime, you can see this as Will Holtby comes over and has a chat with his coach. Maybe a little strategy there from one of the defenders. Referee's still sorting things out. So referee Leonard, he goes and he chats with referee, assistant referee. Now here's the movement as they're trying to circle around, and that's when the contact takes place. Everybody trying to get touch tight and at the same time get free. Ball backed up. So here we go. So here we go. And this time, this is going to be Miller who goes in and there's contact. And this time, the referee, and this is what's happening. There's so much contact. Contact made. We'll see what the result of this is, as there's going to be Miller who had the contact, and it looked like. So a lot of verbal back and forth as well is what we're hearing. So here comes Wilmore coming over there. He's going to get some water during this break. So right now we're waiting to see what sort of justice will be dispensed. Miller is the player that is receiving the lecture. And I'll tell you what, we have an injury. Well, looks like the player is up now. We don't like to dwell on those. The player who's down is Markopoulos. So, as we've said, referee Leonard has his hands full. There's a cart rolling on the field as well. We're going to stay right here. We're going to see the yellow card given to two different players, Miller as well as Markopoulos. And after conferring with the referee over on the side, now what's happening too is you see the ability to draw a foul has become important as well, as these players have learned. You make some contact, I'm going to go down. Don't know if that was the case there, but that also has to be something the referee takes into his thought process. So here we go. We will have a lot of conferences here at halftime. Coaches, referees, and as it looks like they're bringing the AR1 coming back across. He had to go get into the conversation as well to share what he saw. So all the officials working together, and that's what you want to see. So referee Leonard with his hands full. And I will say, what we're seeing here, a good job by the officials. Coming together, trying to maintain order. And if you see anything else right here, it could be a red card. That's what you're probably going to see if this continues. Here we go. There's the whistle. And here's the ball. Miller getting a little lecture here from his coach. Ball inside, headed out, and it coming the other way. Miller, a little chat with his coach, Coach Stricker. There's and this will be a yellow card already out of the pocket. Solar's Yasub Flores. He gets the yellow card, and Josh Jones coming in there as well. So there's the yellow for number 8, Solar's Yasub Flores. So as Coach Stricker's saying to his team, maintain your cool in this situation. This is a big test. And you If you're a college coach watching, you're going to see how do these players handle adversity in this situation. And that will be an important part of their future endeavors, college soccer, maybe beyond. How do you handle when things get tough? The ball sent in. It's going to be sent to the left side. It's headed away. And it'll be halftime as the referee says, let's take a break. Everybody cool down a little bit as the sun goes down. Maybe the temperature of the emotions will as well. We'll step aside. Your score 1-0. Score by Miller early on, and we will step aside and be back. John Peters here with you. Daniel Reed. Both these coaches will have their hands full now as they speak to the teams. We'll be back to bring you the second half. Stay with us here from Overland Park, Kansas. Proud sponsors AE Engine, Media and Marketing. Also AmericanEagle.com, sponsor of the U.S. Youth National Championship. Bag Tags Incorporated. Target. Also Chipotle Grill, Mexican Grill. Expand a Brand, sponsoring. Also, every season starts at Dick's Sporting Goods, sponsors. MLS, proud sponsor. National College Student Athletes, NCSA. Nike, also a sponsor. Positive Coaching Alliance, better athletes, better people. Another proud sponsor, Premier International Tours. Soccer Shots, another sponsor. Also thanks to go out to Sun-Maid Raisins. Your Petro Shopping Center, TA. United Soccer Coaches, also a proud sponsor. USA Soccer. And Wilson Trophy Company, provider of trophies for the U.S. Youth Soccer National Championship Series.
It was 1935, the year that Elvis and Sandy Koufax were born. It was a year of many firsts, including the first NFL draft. The first Monopoly board game went on sale. Social Security began. And Babe Ruth hit his last home run. In addition to these milestones, the National Junior Challenge Cup was founded in 1935. Offering a youth competition for young men in the United States. The cup was later named the James P. McGuire Cup, after the late U.S. soccer president, who himself was quite a standout in his earlier days, winning the U.S. Open Cup in 1929. McGuire would lead U.S. soccer and earn an international reputation as an excellent leader.
The Jim McGuire Cup was started in 1935. It was the only cup that the United States Soccer Federation had for youth players. And it was a very good competition, and I can tell you, I mean, this was the highlight of my soccer career to be a champion in 1954.
This storied cup, now the oldest trophy in youth sport.
It has a history, it has a meaning, I think it has tradition. So I think it's extremely important for our competitions, for all the age groups that kind of emulate the McGuire Cup.
Winning the McGuire Cup is huge, just because all that history that comes along with the oldest trophy in youth sports period, that's really big for us.
Who will write their name in the next chapter of the storied McGuire Cup?
this tournament, it's great competition. I mean, you just have to work. All these teams belong here. All these teams work to get here.
So the competition was fantastic from start to finish, and when you get to play in a facility like this, it makes it even more worthwhile traveling the 6.5 hours to get here.
We sacrificed a lot, time, and like our summer. So I really think that if we keep with that, we'll be on pace for a great time at nationals.
Just an overall great performance. Came out in the second half, was able to close it out and get that regional victory that we wanted.
Benefits of this level are huge. The college exposures, second to none for these guys. They're all able to get recruited and achieve the goals that they want to when they set out to actually sign up to play club sports and make a team. They're able to get those opportunities.
I think having something to play for is a real benefit to these girls, not just showcases, it's competition. Everyone wants to win. You play competitive sports because you want to win.
Well, this is the top league in the country, all the best teams, the best competition, and that's what you want for your kids. You know, you want them to work hard and achieve success against the best, so it should be exciting.
Boy, they were tough. They were a tough team, and they had a lot of speed. And so we weren't ready for that, and they kept fighting and kept fighting and kept fighting. We made a few mistakes in the back, and then they came back and tied it up, you know, with 7-8 minutes left in the game. But it was a battle. They are a very strong, competitive team. It's a sweet victory because they really deserve it. The girls were tired, they were weak, and they dug really deep. They really did. They really fought for it.
Everyone wants it so bad that we all get better from each other. No matter the win or the loss, we all want it. It's the best feeling. I've dreamed about this for a long time. It's so exciting to be here.
Very tough game. We had to go into extra time to decide the champion, and our boys stuck it to the end, and were able to come out with a victory today.
All right, looks like we're up and rolling again as we get ready for the second half and a festive first half, to put it mildly. Referees, coaches, everybody chatting with teams, trying to settle things down. As the heat goes down here in Kansas, they try to bring the heat down a little bit and the emotions as well. We do have a new keeper coming in for Solar. Let's see. That will be Reed Applewhite. Reed Applewhite wearing number 34 is what we have here in the roster. Reed Applewhite, and he is also wearing green, also green shorts. So here we go as we get ready, waiting for a couple conversations to conclude. I think the officials were checking the netting and waiting on the fourth official to be ready. Had a little word for each of the coaches, and they should be ready to go. All right. Liam Leonard, the midfield referee, got a chance to go by and just say, hey, good job, officials, because you've got your hands full, and they've done a good job of communicating with coaches, players, and that's what you expect. That ball goes out. It will be first kick out of there from Applewhite, the new keeper. Obviously switching directions now. Solar in the blue will be going left to right and going right to left. Of course, the white shirts of the Ukrainian national out of Philadelphia. Ukrainian team, all the folks watching in here, we're trying to get information to see how many yellow cards are given out in that first half. Haven't got that number, but guessing between 10 and 12. And you just hope and pray things settle down a little bit, because you don't want to see anybody have to leave this game. A good game, 1-0. Good job earlier there with Miller getting that ball from Robert Pino. We got him with the assist back in the 13th minute, and Miller with the goal, number 10. And checking back in, and looks like things have settled down for the moment anyway. Ball sent in the middle. Picking it up there, Shore Parks. Now back a little bit of space. Tight passing. Good job now. A little space working down the side. Trying to send it on up. Just got on top of it, and it rolls right to the feet of the defense. Moving forward, there's Holtby. Holtby now sends it over to Pino. Pino working it in, but doesn't get through. Both keepers now with the green jerseys. If you remember, Wilmore for Solar is out there with orange, but he gives way to Applewhite, who has green. Ball toward the middle. I believe that's Nazer, sends it back, gets stuck back there. Naeem will come away with it. Sends it near side, that's Shore Parks. He has a lot of space, closing quickly from behind. Trying to get through, ball still loose, and taken away. Coming back the other way now, Bustamante really worked hard on defense there. That ball taken away briefly. Now Pino will take it back. Pino working it in, looking for options, passes it on through. Right back to him, a little give and go, and going down. And let's see if this is outside the box. So that will be just outside the box. Good news for the Ukrainian squad that it's not a PK. It's going to be 4 or 5 yards outside. Hard to see here with the sun shining on the turf. So once again, whistle that will lead to a set piece here. And it looks like Chabot, the one laying it down. He'll back off 10 yards. Hear the cheers in the distance. Lots of contests going on. 104 teams out here, and as we said earlier, regional finals can lead to teams making it to the national championships as well as the National League. Both these teams coming through the National League competition and playing some of the best teams in the country. Here's the ball. Little fake there. Now the shot, and it goes wanting, and it's high and to the right. So Ukrainian team dodges a bullet right there. That was a set piece just outside the box. Appreciate the reminder here. Our information folks, Denise and Mark, giving us good reminders. One of those being the new keeper coming in. Ball bounding around. Headed down, a little push in the back there, and the Ukrainian squad will pick up the ball. Setting it down, players rushing forward. Naeem now will put the right foot into it. Jordy. So here we go. He knows where to put it, and there it goes. Exactly what the coach ordered. Fighting for it, and it goes in. And there's no fouls called, and that ball goes in. I don't know if it was touch. It might have been Jones who got up and touched it, but Naeem with a beautiful ball, you know, did exactly what coach ordered. And we're checking right now to see who scored the goal. We'll get the information. Give Naeem the assist, though, on a great ball. And so 39 with the goal. 39. That is Sebastian Gonzalez, one of the substitutes who came in. You also saw Josh Jones up in there. Ball goes out. There'll be a toss in there. Ball worked back, bringing it up. There's a big collision again. Referee there with the whistle. 22 is Markopoulos. A lot of collisions, and you have to try to measure up to say, is that a true collision or is it someone trying to draw the foul? It does take an art to draw fouls sometimes, as we've seen throughout. More fans coming in. Maybe the word out that this is a good contest. Looks like a couple of the teams coming in for the next contest, gathering as well, trying to find some shade on the side. Sun lowering down could be a factor here as the ball comes in from the side, just about where it is right now, coming in toward the keeper there. But right now, the score tied up 1-1. Great job there. I'm sure you saw that replay of a nice set piece sent down. The coach saying here right in front of us, put that ball just outside frame on the right side and let it trail back in. That's exactly what happened. And it looks like we might have an injury, or we'll have a sub coming in for the keeper. And Applewhite coming off. So getting ready to come in will be Wilmore. Wilmore wearing number 1, as we said, don't forget, in the orange. So Reed Applewhite, he comes out. Not sure if there was an injury or a little thought about the fact that goal was scored. They're going to switch it up. That one headed out. And tackle comes up empty. Now trying to clear it down the pitch. Jones puts a foot on it, sends it back in. A lot of speed there. Defense gets a foot on it. Trying to just get it out of there, and that's what happens. Gets it to midfield. High in the air, there's a collision. And taking the worst of that one was Caleb Herring. He comes down. Here comes the ball. It's going to be put in play by Markopoulos. Sorry, I keep getting caught up in the listening in here on the sideline. Fascinating to hear the conversations. Ball worked around over there. Nice movement by Strickland. Ball will be tossed right back in. That's Herring. Herring sends it down toward the corner. Will it go out? It'll be a goal kick there. Now, as we saw, back in with the orange uniform will be Wilmore. Wilmore lining it up. Getting specific instructions here on the side. You like to see that from the coaches, not so much talking to the officials as talking to the players, giving them instruction. That's what we're seeing right now. Ball worked around, gets loose. Pino with it and goes off to the side. Will it go out? It will be tapped out, tossed in by Solar. Solar now working it around, taken away. A little larceny on the side there. Going over there to try to get it, save it in was Gonzalez, the goal scorer. Gonzalez with the goal, as we said, looking at Jordy Naim, the one who put it in play on that set piece. A nice ball, sent it right in exactly where the coach asked for it. And the result is a goal, 1-1. So a goal early in this contest by Miller. That was in about the 12th or 13th minute. Then you have the goal early in the second half, 5th or 6th minute. And so here we go, 1-1. It's a new game. Both these teams really fighting after losing yesterday, trying to work through the preliminaries, get into the semifinals. And Josh Jones, the big 6'5" defender, comes sliding across. That ball gets loose. Here we go. Back into the Ukrainian possession. Nice spin there right in front of us. Have to be aware of a ball flying up into the section where we are. Fernandez involved there, as well as number 6, Jimmy Leader. Long throw. Jones goes up, gets a head on it. Ball worked back now, sent down the side. Working it up is Shore Parks. He has some space. He'll begin it with that left foot, sends it in. Little deflection, though, that interrupts the play. Coming up with a ball, just a little much pace. No, actually got to it over there in the shade. Sending it in, letting it go through, all the way through. Shore Parks, a deflection, and that will be a corner. Looked like the deflection going off of Holtby, one of the defenders. But you had Shore Parks, one put a foot on it. Now getting the crowd into it a little bit. Like to see the excitement in a positive way, and that's what we're having right now. Yeah, not sure, but guessing this is Jordy Naim who put that ball in place, sends it across the turf, and saw that coming, and it wasn't a good play. Got away. That's an opportunity squandered. Cook pins his big foot into it and sends it back out there, headed back. Defense there, however, quick run to the side. Shore Park with a battle, comes away with the ball. And nice job there as we had the foul was back a little further. Referee let the play proceed to see if there was going to be, didn't want to take away the advantage, but the advantage didn't continue, and the ball brought back. And this should look familiar. We had the goal earlier. Wilmore in there now. He's directing traffic. Jimmy Leader lining it up. He's going to send it to the backside, looks like. There it is, backside. There's the header. It's headed away by the defense, so it was on its way to the 6'5" Josh Jones, but the defense stepped in. Little leather larceny right there, taken away. That's number 4, Caleb Herring coming up with it. Toss down, and the flag goes up just over the line. Hard to see from here exactly where that line is, but obviously AR number 2 over there, Oscar Benavides, right on top of it. Ball settled right at midfield, now worked forward. Here we go, working it up. Trying to get it over to the near side. That's Shore Parks. He looks down toward the corner, but cleared away nicely. That ball right on the line. It will trickle across. Now drop for another player coming back. Looks like it'll be Herring who will toss it in. Got a lot of space on this near side. And Solar trying to turn the tables, but Not with Herring running through, grabbing the ball. He'll come that way and back again. Defense squaring up nicely. See, both these teams have obviously had some talk at halftime about plays that they wanted to use and some defense strategy. You see the Ukraine team right now, the Ukrainians, really with a nice job. There's a ball stolen away. And a lot of pressure there put on by Holpe, but he's whistled. So it looks like looks like Naeem will put it in play. Jordy Naeem, this is deja vu right here. Put that ball just outside the back post and let it curl in. That's what the coaches asked for earlier. Let's see if he does it again. This one's going to float out. Stays out wide and will be headed out. And we've got a head contact here. Maybe a cramp. Looks like a cramp. And it looks like we've got a cramp here. So what we're going to do is we'll step aside for about 30 seconds, take a quick commercial break, and be right back while they tend to the player who's down. All right, welcome back, folks. After taking that quick break, looks like everybody's okay, and always good to have the folks right here close to come in case they're needed. And that's the case here with the U.S. Youth Soccer, and obviously looking for safety all the time. Here's a toss in getting ready to happen on the far side. A high one in, comes into the box and headed away by the defense. That ball here on the near side. Little pass past the defense. Jones hustles in, puts a touch on it now. You got Jones moving through the middle, and that ball intercepted. Waves on the player that was down briefly. Ball worked around. A lot of work there. Nice job by Bustamante. We've seen him hustling hard, working hard to get those possessions. Hustling over there, Cook. He'll send it out of play. Welcome to the game, young lady on the front row. How about a soccer ball in the face? That was a blast right over in the front row. She doesn't seem to be bothered by it, however. And the ball down in the corner would be tossed in. Send right back, a little echo play. And coming out, Cook will make the snag. Here comes Cook. He will step into it and waits for his team to proceed down the pitch. High ball up over the sun. See Solar with their mascot up in the sky. This team out of Dallas. Nice flick there to get around the defense, working it in. That's Shore Parks. He's been very active this half. Works it around. Now has the right foot cross, sends it in. Headed. And it gets loose. And that, what did we have in there? That was some strange play. Two different players going down. And we'll see everybody got a yellow card there as Another one. Don't have the exact total, but probably 12 or 13 now. Good baker's dozen. Looks like sub getting ready to come in. So, and the referee, I think his ink is, he may need another pen there. The ink may be running out as he writes that one down. Maybe he has a pencil. Might need a sharpener. And here we go. Coming in for Philadelphia Ukrain, this will be Rich Vian, wearing number 14. See who's he's relieving here. Coming in there, this Matthew Harmon will come out. You can tell these players when they come off, they are really spent. They've given all they've got, and that's how important this is to these teams as they've worked through this full year. Ball down, Solar working it up. And the one player that I don't see in there really taking charge right now, Miller, maybe over here on the bench. He is. He's a key factor. That's Cook. He calls everybody off, makes the snag, looking up into the sun. So Cook waits for his teammates to process. Here comes the ball. Sent back the other way. Pino, little hand battle there, and the whistle. That will be the Ukrainian team to put it in play quickly down low, and it's brought back the other way. The ball a little hard to see as we look into the sun, and also the speed many times it's on the ball. Ball over on the side. Looked like another fan was rudely awakened. Ball worked over there. It's Besdick. Another throw in coming up. That one clearing the first row. Almost into the balcony. And the small section of bleachers holding maybe about 2% of the crowd that's here. Scattered all the way down that far side. A lot of anxious spectators watching on here as we go. Working it out, trying to get open here for a shot. Ball sent out to the near side, trying to get some space. Right along the line now, trying to send it back in. Pino works it in, has the assist earlier, sends it in. And it will be a corner as it goes off the defense. Josh Jones right there. I believe that was Besdick who also was flying in. Ball being brought over. We'll try to get the number for you as it's brought to the corner. Don't know if we're going to be able to do that. We're looking. Looks like number 7, Nazer. He'll put it in play, going toward the back post, going up and punching it away as Cook gets it to a teammate over there. That's going to be Vian. He'll work it up the side. Now a long ball. Gets past everyone. Eventually will be sent back the other way, and another fan gets involved. It's like the splash zone at SeaWorld when Shamu splashes the crowd. This is the soccer ball splash zone on the front row. Ball sent in, top of the box, cleared back. Here's another one coming over toward that side. Good news, sun's not in the fans' eyes as they can see the ball clearly. Here we go, down the side, slide, kept in play. Nice play there, great job there by Markopoulos. Ball up the side, here we go with Leader. Leader working toward the corner. Ball back up, and will it go out? It will. It'll be a toss in for the white shirts of the Ukrainian team. Philadelphia Ukrainian, Dallas Solar. Solar with the early goal, 13th minute. As Ian Miller came through. Later on, it was a substitute coming in, Sebastian Gonzalez, who started the second half, coming through with the goal off a set piece. Great ball sent in by Jordy Naim. A few other players that are committed. I mentioned a lot with Markopoulos. He's committed to Westchester University of Pennsylvania. Also Zachary Ruffino, one of the keepers, committed to Elmira College. Those keepers valuable. Coach is looking for a good goalkeeper who's fearless. And you have to do that here. A lot of space. There's not a player within 20 yards now as Jones brings it forward. Working up Pino, taking, nice job. Flicks it back to his teammate there, Adamson. Here's Sisson now, John Sisson, who's back in. Oh, I forgot to check. That's a quick play. Sent out to the right side. That's Besdick working it in. Takes a shot high over the bar, and there was a blast. But it comes up wanting. Had the chance. Let's see. Coach Stricker now with a question for the fourth official. He's probably had more questions than do you want to be a millionaire today. There's lots and lots of questions here on the side, and he is kept busy. Henry Cook now puts it in play. I guess it's who wants to be a millionaire, not do you want to be. Oh, we all want to be a millionaire. Ball bounding, now sent forward, set down, and it will go out of play. Nice play here by one of the coaches. Ball tossed in, but we have, looks like a cramp here on the side. And we will wait for work to be done here. Looking back once again, the goals early on. Let me see if I can get, Denise, can you give me Mark over there? I need to ask him a question real quick, if you would, please. We're going to get a question answered here. It's a little water break here on the side. We're going to get an answer to a question that we had earlier about the Sisson boys. We had John and also Jack. Question here is Jack and John, are they brothers, twins? Twins, there we go. We were wondering about here. I know all kinds of people are asking that question. JJ, oh boy, here we go. We'll get that in there as well. JJ Sisson as well as Jack Sisson. They're twins. They've both been on the pitch. Coming out will be number 11. That's Naeem, who is in on that goal. Checking in will be Hellig. Jake Hellig steps in. So our suspicions confirmed that not only the Sisson boys brothers, but twins. Ball bounding around. Solar trying to get something going as they, once again, have not had much as far as offensive attack since that early goal. And as we said, trying to scope around here to see if Miller is in, if he may be coming in. He seemed to be a catalyst. Ball worked around. Nice job of Hellig as he just checked in, doing a little spin move to maintain possession. Now Leader working with it here, near side. Marked up well there by Bustamante, but he gets the foul. Leader draws the foul. Gives an opportunity here. Naeem is on the bench. He was the go-to person earlier on the set piece. Now it looks like Leader will put it in play. Jimmy spelled J-I-M-I. He'll be putting it in to the box. You've got a couple tall targets in there. You've got Shabut going up against Josh Jones. Both those guys around 6'4", 6'5". Here we go. And it's headed that way. And Shabut gets a head on it. Sent right back in. Is it deflected? It's not. He's looking maybe for a redirect somewhere in there. As that ball sent right back in by Strickland. Hoping there might be someone there to put a touch on it. Looking at the 73rd, moving toward the 74th minute here. And I must say the coaches and referees have done a good job of settling things down in this second half. I don't want to speak too soon, but right now it is a pleasure to watch this match. Not so much in the first half. And here comes Miller back in. Mr. Excitement for Solar. Justin Barnett, he comes in. And Miller comes back in. Let's see if he's able to get something going here for Solar as they find themselves tied 1-1. Little black back click there off the heel. Play by Gonzalez. Shot and a save. Wilmore takes a bullet out of the gun there. He just took a shot right down just like it was nothing. And he secured it. Here we go. Solar trying to come across. Sandwich there. That was the Samuel Code sandwich. Coming on the far side, an opportunity, cross in the box, it's broken up. Far side, Nazer works, does a little serpentine, now takes it toward the corner. Left foot, gonna go across the line. Knocked out, so corner. Nazer looks like he'll do the honors. Now, right now, the sun, if you're a team called Solar, you're looking right into the sun. If you're the keeper, Henry Cook, low ball, short ball that we put in play, brought into the shadows, and now into the box. And a shove there. Let's see. It'll be a foul, and Cook will put it in play. It seems to me that might have been a good time to put a ball up into that sun there with where it is, just above the tree line. Ball will come right across. Saved, kept in. Leader now, works it back up. Little hop, skip, come across. Here we go, a little tip there. Keeps it with number 27, that's Strickland. Coach is very animated right now, trying to get their team a goal. 1-1 the score. So Miller, who has stepped in, and again, you can pick him out. He's got the flowing locks. You can't miss him wearing number 10. And appropriately early on, brought a lot of energy to this team. Defense hustling through. Good job there by Herring as he takes it away. He'll take it right down the side. And a tackle from his numerical counterpart, also number 4. I believe that was Shabut who went down with the tackle. Ball on the far side, headed back toward the middle of the pitch. Another slide tackle there. Several bone-crushing tackles throughout. Ball down and back up. Boy, that was quick movement. Another slide tackle as they really getting the feel of this artificial turf, going down and working, and that's going to be a big-time trip. And here comes referee Leonard, steps in. There's the yellow card. I'm trying to see if that, I believe, I hate to say it too soon, but I believe that's number 13 over there. Actually, it's going to be number 23, Sisson. And I misspoke. The goal early was Samuel Code had that goal back in the 13th minute. I think I mentioned Miller several times. He had several opportunities, but that ball brought in by Pino was put in the back of the net by Code. Wasn't long after that he had to come out of the match for a bit due to maybe some stomach issues. Ball sent in, top of the box, headed away by the defense. Now trying to get it back in. A lot of blue shirts there. Here comes Miller. Got the speed. He'll fly by. And Mr. Usain Bolt would be right there with him. There's a shot. It's going to trickle through, and we've called it. And there it is. Miller comes in, takes the ball the length of the pitch. I mean a good 70, 80 yards, flies by, and gets it past the keeper, and it's a goal. 2-1 your score. And how about that? Ian Miller, and wearing the number 10, comes in big. I was giving him mistakenly a goal earlier, but now there's no mistake about it. He scores, and that makes the score 2-1. See what we're looking at over here. Probably 78th minute or so. That's not totally official, but Jorgensen getting ready to go in, as well as a sub here for the Philadelphia squad. Staying in will be Shore Parks. He was asked if he's okay to stay in there. It looks like coming in also might be Braden Mallon, wearing number 33. Mallon will come in now. We'll see if the team from Philadelphia can bounce back. We talked about that earlier. Coming out is number 23, J.J. Sisson. Stepping in will be Jorgensen. So we talked about Miller, and boy, I tell you, he brought the excitement. He'd only been in about 2 or 3 minutes. He got that ball, took it pretty much the length of the pitch, unassisted, and he puts it in. Whistle on the nearby field makes everybody here in the this side, hesitate for a moment. Ball to Barnett. Barnett works it across, looks back toward Miller. Miller has some space. Now he'll send it in on the left side, headed down. Little touch there. The defense does come up with it. Little double team right there and fight for the ball. And clean battle. Ball goes out. Like to see that, where there's no whistle and the play will continue. Bustamante, now that ball went in there very quickly. Somebody might have to go see the dentist. Just turn and flick it in. It comes right back in quickly. Let's see here. Another whistle back in the back. Jorgensen looks like he'll be the player. Actually, now Chabot will step in. Chabot as the shadows creep across the pitch. That ball coming across. Pino there, he draws the foul. And looks like tough play there. Adamson, it was Shore Parks, a little gimpy after that. Had some contact. Ball sent over here. The time added on as the ball kicked away, so a few extra seconds maybe added to the additional time. So bringing it on up, told where to place it, so here we go. Putting it down is Fernandez. Julian Fernandez, Julian, the American version, Julian. Miller now works it down to the side, sends it down toward the corner. He's there, and a slide tackle. Nice job there by the defender. And a slide in there by number 5. That's J.D. Mallender. Mallender coming in, realizing the danger that Miller poses. And the ball that he scored on, it was saved initially. Cook got a pretty good touch on the ball. It trickled under and just crept across the line for the goal. So an exciting moment here in this place if you're with the Solar Squad Dallas team. Coming out is Pino, the captain. He'll come off. Coming in, number 16, Taryn Tate. Coming in for Ukrainian team is going to be number 41, Andrew Harrell. Coming out is number 27, that is Strickland. Waiting for another sub to come in. Barnett works it across. It's going to trail across the line. Cook will put it in play. And the substitute, we're waiting on the sub to get in. It will be number 8. That's Flores, Yasub Flores. Who's he coming in for? He'll be coming in for Bustamante. Bustamante with the slow trot off. Referee making note, I'm sure, as far as time. Flores touches the turf, gives a little kiss to the lips and goes in. Nice little gesture there as he enters the match. Sun getting very dangerously low now on that horizon. If you're a keeper and the ball is out to the far side, it's going to be right in the sun. Be out to the west, of course. Right now, Solar going south to north. Here comes Philadelphia Ukrainian team going north to south. And the sun off to the side. Kept in nicely. Miller will send it on back. That ball cleared way down the pitch. Fighting for it, the number 13s with a little battle there. It was Josh Jones and Samuel Code who's checked back in. Had that goal early on. Cook, he steps up. He's going to send everybody down as the time is fleeting. He'll send everybody down, put a big foot in it, try to get it all the way down. It's headed out nicely, however, by Solar. Ball sent back in by Herring. Worked around the side. And this looks like, and they're going to talk, let's see, they're going to talk to the side official. It's going to be a yellow card. So there it is. It's going to be about 14 or 15 yellows now. And so we will see here as the ball will be put in play. This is a great opportunity for the Ukrainian squad. It will be brought back a little bit, and we'll see who probably, I believe that's Jimmy Leader, who has been putting the ball in play when Naeem is not in. I can't see the number, but we'll see if he puts it in play. Movement there, waiting for the whistle. Here it is. Referee Leonard, and they're trying to, that's could have been a little flop there, trying to draw the card. There's a ball sent across, but a little bit too much. And here we go. Cook will send it back. Trying to Nazer now. He'll bring it the other way. Clock running down. We'll check on the extra time here in a few moments. Maybe not even a few moments. But we know there'll be a little bit of extra time. We'll check the clock here when we have the opportunity as the ball's worked across midfield. Looking like the 86th minute right now. Waiting to see if there will be additional time when we get to that, close to that 90-minute mark. And who will come up? Will it be Cook? Will it be Jones? They're going to bring the ball in, and now there's going to be another card. This one given to Code. I think there was some disputation there as a little extra with the official. And you don't blame these guys. There's a lot of emotion involved, but the official has to keep control, and they've done an excellent job here, particularly the second half. And I give coaches credit as well, settling things down. So ball will be put in play. So here we go. See it. And stepping into it. Here we go. High ball. That's going to be in the box. We've got a lot of contact, and the referee calling that foul even before the ball landed. Jorgensen drawing the foul, it looks like. So coming the other way. Substitute ready to come in. We're going to see who's coming in. Looks to be number 12. That'll be Jack Sisson. One of the twins, JJ and Jack. I think they'll both be on the pitch. Coming out will be Samuel Code, who had that goal early on in the moment that matched his number. So drew the yellow card. Not happy about that, but right now would be happy about the score if it stays 2-1. Sun now falling behind the trees. Here's the ball. Sent in. Little shove there as a ball lands. Now trying to send it forward. Turning now, finding an open player. That's going to be Vion. Chased by two of the blue shirts, one of those Miller. And a good job there by the defense, coming away with it. Good job there by one of the substitutes who has come in. That was Mallon. Came in there with the sliding tackle to get the ball out. Here comes Barnett. He works it to the right, gets a little shove. Now takes it into the box. Shot, pass, ball around, and it's going to go back in. An own goal, I believe. But I tell you what, Barnett made it happen as it went off the keeper, off the defender, and you see the frustration. You see the disappointment right there in the Ukrainian team as that ball really bouncing around. Let's see if we have a replay that'll pop up and show that. But give Barnett credit. Makes it 3-1. And it may pop up here in a moment. Working it down the pitch was Justin Barnett. And once again, Solar 3. And Philadelphia, Ukraine 1. That scoreboard will change in a second here. Here's the replay. See the ball go in, comes back out, and it goes back in off the defender. I don't know if it was touched. It was hard to see on that quick replay if it did go off the player from Solar, but definitely Barnett making it all happen. And the score now 3-1. We'll make sure we get that scoreboard up. So we got 3-1. So the 2-1 score now switching to 3, and that's a pretty Pretty insurmountable lead here right at the end of this contest, and the Ukrainian team putting some more players in. Vito Leon going in, checking out some of the starters, and Shane Connolly also checking in. Here's a toss, and it'll be a throw in once again on the far side. Checking the clock now. That score was right around the 88th minute. We'll see how much extra time is going to be put on the clock. But you'd have to put a lot more than a couple of minutes to get 2 goals, I'm afraid, at this point. So the Ukrainian team will not stop. They'll continue to try to play hard. They'll try to put another one on the board. But time is of the essence. We'll see what's put up right here. And we'll check it here as it's flashed around. 4 minutes put on the board as we had a couple of injuries. So minimum of 4 extra. So a little bit of glimmer of hope there. If you're the Ukrainians, you'd like to see that. What do we have?
Come on.
Let's see here. Ball just outside the box. Let's see if they're going to send it over to the corner just to take time off. Probably what will happen. As you see, Philadelphia Ukraine, they're lining up in the box, but this ball may go back toward the corner. We'll see right here. And there's the whistle. There's the touch. They will send it back. They'll just try to smother it right there. And here comes the pressure to try to take it the other way. And here goes some fisticuffs right in the corner. Not good, not good. Not here at the end. You don't want to see that. And here come all 3 officials over there right here in the last minutes. You hate to see this. And the fans right there as well. You get the yellow card, at least one. And we'll see. I'm sure that ball in the corner drew a lot of contact, but it was probably the retaliation that caused the response. There's a red card given as well. Not sure who that was for. Looks like that's going to be for one of the Solar players. I'm watching here to see who comes off. Maybe another card, but so you have the ball in the corner, and because of that retaliation, red card is given. So let's see who's coming across. We're waiting for that player to exit. I haven't seen, yes, the number of the player is Taryn Tate, and he will come off. Was in the wrong place, wrong time, but you've got to realize at that moment, whatever happens, you do not respond. There had to be some sort of response as the referees gathered over there and took care of it. Coach Stricker, of course, pleading his case for his player. Ball back across, a couple minutes still on the clock, extra time. Ukraine still working, Ukrainian team's really working to try to get something, chip away 2-goal deficit. And Solar will continue to try to take time off the clock. So right now, coach giving his 2 cents worth, but you see what's going on. There's still some contact taking place. And the ball be tossed in by Solar. We'll check the clock to see we are now in the 3rd extra minute. Minimum of 4. Could be another minute added with all the delay there with the card being given. Ball bouncing around. And that will be the game as full time and the extra time have elapsed as these teams will come together. They'll shake hands, but it was a hard-fought battle, and you want to see some good sportsmanship at the end. Kudos there to Miller, to Code, also the play by Barnett there at the end to bring about the goal. Also, nice job there by the substitute, Sebastian Gonzalez, coming off of a Jordy and Liam. That was a set piece that he put in, making it 3-1. So once again, glad you're with us. USYouthSoccer.org, the place to go to get all the latest stats, information. and check out what's going on. These two teams will be back at it tomorrow, and you can follow along. Thank you for joining us. John Peters, Daniel Reed, we'll say thank you again, and we will talk soon. Have a great evening. Proud sponsors AE Engine, Media and Marketing. Also AmericanEagle.com, sponsor of the U.S. Youth National Championship. Bag Tags Incorporated, Target. Also Chipotle Grill, Mexican Grill. Expand a Brand, sponsoring. Also, every season starts at Dick's Sporting Goods, sponsors. MLS, proud sponsor. National College Student Athletes, NCSA. Nike, also a sponsor. Positive Coaching Alliance, better athletes, better people. Another proud sponsor. Premier International Tours. Soccer Shots, another sponsor. Also thanks go out to Sunmade Raisins. Your Petro Shopping Center, TA. United Soccer Coaches, also a proud sponsor. USA Soccer. And Wilson Trophy Company, provider of trophies for the U.S. Youth Soccer National Championship Series.
It was 1935, the year that Elvis and Sandy Koufax were born. It was a year of many firsts, including the first NFL draft. The first Monopoly board game went on sale. Social Security began. And Babe Ruth hit his last home run. In addition to these milestones, the National Junior Challenge Cup was founded in 1935. Offering a youth competition for young men in the United States. The cup was later named the James P. McGuire Cup, after the late U.S. Soccer president